It is no secret that treason, treachery, and backstabbing are all intrinsic parts of Skaven society. One might even say they are the driving mechanism that the whole Under-Empire operates on. However, there is a Skaven clan that not only excels in these matters, but moreover pioneered this inherent part of Skaven nature as a business. Clan Eshin was once an unremarkable clan, assailed on all sides by more powerful opponents. Teetering on the edge of annihilation on almost daily basis, the clan decided to leave the dangers of Skavenblight and even the old world behind, and instead they travelled to the east, far beyond the World's Edge Mountains, in the search of a new home where they could recuperate away from the oppressing threats posed to them by the other clans. When the other clans learned of Clan Eshin's migration, the clan became the mockery for the Skavendom. Everyone reasoned that the clan wouldn't even be able to pass the dwarven outposts or the green-skinned tribes that littered the World's Edge Mountains, and even if they did, they would surely perish in the barren wastelands of the Darklands, hunted down by the Davizar or the numerous ogre tribes. And it was presumed for hundreds of years that this was truly their fate. For centuries, no message or even a rumour was heard of Clan Eshin's whereabouts, and so even the name of the clan faded from memory. Imagine then the surprise that the other clans received when after countless decades Clan Eshin returned, and within a short span of time took its place as one of the 4 great Skaven clans of the Under-Empire. You see, Clan Eshin did not die to dwarven patrols or continuous assaults by orc tribes, nor did they fall prey to Chaos Dwarf slavers or ended up in an ogre tyrant's stomach. Though surely countless members of their clan met such an unfortunate fate, at least some of their numbers survived a long and strenuous journey to the east, over the peaks and ravines of the World's Edge Mountains, across the blasted plains of the Darklands, and even through the treacherous ranges of the mountains of Moor. Against all odds, Clan Eshin survived their journey and made it into the lands of the Far East. Into the Kingdom of Ind, the land of 1,000 gods, into the Great Cathay, the empire of the Celestial Dragon, and the Far Eastern Empire of Nippon, the realm of the Divine Sun. In these mysterious places, of which only rumours and legends are our sources, Clan Eshin would linger for centuries to come, learning the subtle yet deadly arts of stealth, assassination, and subterfuge. Once they mastered the skills of silent killers and unseen assailants, they made their way back to the old world, and took their place as one of the cornerstones of Skaven society. You see, the assassins of Clan Eshin do not serve their clan exclusively, but also sell their services to anyone within the Under-Empire who has enough warpstone to spare. And since envy, ambition, backstabbing, betrayal and treachery are the very essence of Skavendom, the clan never finds itself without a job. Clan Eshin doesn't shy away from any contract, be it requests for the services of Night Runner raiders, the ambush skills of gutter runner death squads, quick and quiet assassinations, or simply acquiring some information. At first glance, it may seem that the clan is nothing more than a bunch of cutthroats for hire, but you would be surprised that it serves a much more important role than you may think. In the ever-evolving politics of Skavendom, maintaining the fragile balance between the clans is crucial. As much as the individual clans hate each other, they are more than willing to put their differences aside should one of the clans rise in power to rival the others. Therefore, whenever one clan rises to such a position that it could threaten the others, the keen assassins of Clan Eshin will be swiftly hired to take care of those within the particular clan that propelled them to such a powerful position. Another well-known though never spoken fact is that Clan Eshin is secretly working with the Council of 13, the insidious rulers of Skavendom, and that they keep a close eye on and potentially take care of all potential threats that could undermine the authority of the Council or harm the balance of power within the Under-Empire. That being said, the Council is far from being a unified ruling body, and and it is more than common for its individual members to bribe Clan Eshin to benefit their interests over others. As you can imagine, this leads to a never-ending chain of murders, plots and sabotages, which rarely if ever turn out in favor of any individual clan, as any headway will be erased by yet another hired agent's blade. This constant chain of backstabbing and intrigue within the Under Empire leaves the Council of 13 preoccupied with their own domestic affairs, which more than often delay or cancel any greater plans concerning the surface world. And the surface races should be grateful for this, as many horrid invasions, vile rituals, and other cataclysmic plots have been postponed or even called off because of the internal strife within the Skavendom. It is even said that the Council of 13 maintains a blacklist of 10,000 names of world's leaders, powerful sorcerers, mighty warriors, and other potentially dangerous individuals to the Council's plans, all marked for swift death. It is only thanks to the inner struggles within the Under Empire that they haven't gotten through with crossing the names on their list. This does not mean that the surface world is entirely safe from the Skaven, however. Until the day that the Council of 13 finally goes through with a full-scale invasion, agents of Clan Eshin are frequently sent out to the surface on all manner of missions in preparation for their eventual assault. Across the globe, agents of Clan Eshin spy for important news and information, assassinate influential figures, sabotage promising projects and alliances, and even instigate warfare between surface dwellers. Under the orders of the Council, agents of Clan Eshin have stolen or destroyed any records of the existence of Skaven within the Empire, found ways to penetrate the Eagle Gates of Ulthuan, and even sought out the locations of all the remaining vampires of the Van Karstein bloodline. Though just because Clan Eshin is infamous for their skills in the art of murder, don't think that the entire clan is comprised of elite assassins. To reach such a level of skill requires a great deal of training, practice and experience, and every Skaven assassin started as nothing more than a lowly Night Runner. Night Runners are the most common and numerous of Clan Eshin's forces, and they serve a variety of battlefield roles, from flank and rear harassment, night raids on the enemy camp, infiltration, planting explosive to, of course, serving as a vanguard to slow and bog down the opposing force. Depending on the situation, Night Runners can move in small contingents should they need to slip through a gap in their opponent's formation, but they can also come together in large clumps of vermin should there be some desirable target for mass skirmish fire. Yet Night Runners are still considered largely expendable, and high casualties among their numbers are only natural, given the close proximity they come into with the enemy. Indeed, the tasks Night Runners are sent out to do, be they sabotage, assassination, or skirmishing, are often meant only as a mere diversion, while more experienced Clan Eshin agents lie in wait to exploit the ensuing commotion. It is therefore typical that a group of Night Runners will be sent on a suicide mission to merely bait out the enemy, so that the real target is exposed for a proper assassin. Only those Night Runners who are able to survive many dangerous missions are able to advance in the ranks of Clan Eshin. After a Night Runner has proven his worth, either by experience or by some crafty feat, he will be elevated into the rank of Night Leader, and he'll be given his own squad. Once a Night Leader is selected, he and his unit will be sent on many sacred missions to test if the leader's skill is enough to advance him to the next level of training. The slightest misstep, such as a blade reflecting in the moonlight or the creak of a floorboard, is enough to jeopardize the whole mission, his progress and the lives of the entire unit. Should a Night Leader prove his worth though, he'll be advanced into the ranks of the infamous Gutter Runners, Clan Eshin's black-clad death squads. Upon becoming a Gutter Runner, a Skaven undergoes a rigorous training in the mysterious fighting style developed in the Far East. Through this training, Gutter Runners are taught how to bend and contort their pliable bodies with a speed and a dexterity unachievable by most other races. This makes it easy for them to sneak and hide in almost any environment, and should it come to fighting, the nimble yet precise art of combat they mastered can make quick work of most opponents. Both before and during a battle, Gutter Runners are usually sent to complete a task that Night Runners were sent out as a distraction for. For example, while a unit of Night Runners is being discovered and slaughtered in the enemy camp, Gutter runners are meanwhile poisoning the camp's water supply, killing the camp's commander, or setting fire to the tents. Similarly, a small group of night runners might be charged with luring away the enemy's cavalry forces and leading them into a carefully prepared gutter runner ambush. This is why, even though the assassins of Clan Eshin are the supreme masters of the art of murder, it is the gutter runners who make up the main killing power of Clan Eshin by their sheer mass usage. Many gutter runner units will be often led by a death runner, the most skilled and experienced one among them, and a prime aspirant for a future assassin. Skaven assassins are the pinnacle of Clan Eshin's warriors, elite killers in a class of their own, and rumours of their abilities and exploits are whispered in fear. It is said that these otherworldly killers can render themselves invisible, that the mere sight of one is enough to kill you, and that even their very shadows are poisonous. Whether these rumours are true or not is unknown, for such is the secrecy surrounding these elite members of Clan Eshin that many even doubt their very existence. Well, truth be told, if anyone ever saw them, they did not live to tell the tale, and so truth of their exploits and skills remains hidden just as well as they do. All Clan Eshin warriors are trained to perform amazing feats of speed and dexterity, but only those that excel above all others are considered for the intense training that makes a Skaven assassin. In this training, the chosen ones are taught the secret techniques studied in the Far East, but also many new unique fighting styles developed by the clan itself. This training teaches its initiates how to make full use of their flexible Skaven bodies, letting them achieve feats of physical and martial prowess no other Skaven could ever even dream of. By the end of this long initiation, an assassin can jump many times his own height, hurtling himself over great distances and obstacles with ease. He can also run faster than a galloping horse, or even climb smooth surfaces without any difficulty. In combat, Skaven assassins are able to land a dozen blows upon their opponents before they can even muster a response, and they are so nimble that they can pluck arrows out of mid-flight. The art of sabotage, arson and poison are all natural parts of an assassin's proficiency, but the area where they truly excel in is stealth. So proficient are they at their craft that it is said that it's impossible to spot a Skaven assassin hiding in a shadowy corner even if you know he's there. Truly, when a Clan Eshin assassin slips into the shadows, it is almost as if he becomes one with the dark, and you won't see him unless he wants to be seen. Granted, if you do notice a Skaven assassin coming out of the shadows, it is most likely the last thing you'll ever witness. Not all of the assassin's work happens in isolated darkness, however. Should it get him closer to his target, a Skaven assassin will disguise himself as a rank-and-file vermin and march amongst other Skaven to battle. When he gets in sight of the enemy leader, he bides his time and casts off his disguise when the target least expects it. Many commanders have met their demise, lulled by the false sense of security, as they've been cutting down hordes of pathetic Skaven slaves, only for one of them to suddenly leap forth and plunge a dagger in their chest. Such are the ways of Clan Eshin assassins. It should now be obvious that the paw of Clan Eshin reaches far and wide, and if you ever find yourself on one of their contracts, well, I don't think any manner of caution is going to save you.